What's going on, everybody? It's your boy TBG, and we're back at it with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be going through another article from ESPN News Service, and it's going to be a breakdown of the Heisman Trophy candidates. This is going to be the 83rd award for the Heisman. It's going to be their 83rd, and this award's for the most outstanding college football player. I'm going to only go through the first three that are in the top. And it's the quarterbacks Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson. It's their second straight year of being in the running for this award. And the running back Bryce Love of Stanford is also in the running this year. I wanted to go through a little bit of what the article stated. I picked this article especially just because it just came out on Monday who the finalists were going to be. So I think it's very relevant to talk about it now, instead of waiting weeks and just starting to talk and wait for the recipient to be named, so to speak. But Baker Mayfield, 12-1 record this year. He's the clear favorite, hands down. Big 12 champ, number 2 seed in Oklahoma, and they play Georgia, who's 12-1. Mind-boggling his stats. He threw for 4,300 yards and 41 touchdowns. That's close to like 240 points. Just him. Just him is 240 points, basically. That's insane. And then you have Lamar Jackson, who won the Heisman last year, and his team's record, Louisville, 8-4. That's not really that good. They weren't ranked. I believe they were either 16th or 18th at the end of last year, but I could be wrong. Their record of 8-4 is going to really hurt Lamar's chances of winning this award for the second straight year. His yards per game total is up 18 from what it was last year, and he threw for 42 touchdowns the whole year and averaged a total of 411 total yards a game. That's insane. And he's a dual threat. He's kind of a Cam Newton or Russell Wilson type of quarterback. He can run. He can throw. He has speed and awareness. He's a very football intelligent type of kid. 60% completion percentage. That's kind of middle of the pack, but for college, that is really good. 60% doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're spreading the ball around and you can run as well, that's a huge thing for the NFL scouts. And then I want to get into Bryce Love of Stanford. About 164 yards per game, about 8.3 per carry. He is a running back, so take that into consideration here. Stanford is the 15th ranked team in the country, so that's going to really kind of help his chances a little bit. And he still scored 17 touchdowns this past month, even though he was dealing with an ankle injury that, if you saw their games against USC in that championship game, he was limping off the field. And it really, you could see that he wanted to help them win. And that really showed to me his real grit and determination just to be in this award running is a win for him in my book. And I wanted to go through what was on the article as well, and looking through a few videos. The past winners of the Heisman, and you're going to have a ton of quarterbacks and only 2 running backs in 2015 and 2009, being Derrick Henry and Mark Ingram. That does not bode well for Bryce Love, and it doesn't bode well for Lamar Jackson, who I said was the QB winner last year. So it equals Baker Mayfield's title to win. And they were interviewing the coach for Oklahoma when they decided they were going to be number 2. And he was like, he's going to be running around different award shows, but the Heisman's the one he wants. I would want the Heisman too. But it being the second straight year for both of them, and he finished third last year, the odds of him winning are about 20 to 1. In Vegas terms, you have to bet $20 to win one if Baker Mayfield wins the Heisman. He has my vote for the Heisman. I think he has a football intelligence that he never wants to go out of a play or anything like that, where I feel he's a reliable arm. Even though his size is on the lower part of the spectrum, so to speak, I think he will walk away with this title. And I think it's going to really help the scouts. Even if he doesn't come out this year, he most likely will be either out this year or next year, and probably the #1 quarterback in that draft. I like that they touched on the latest from 2016 to 2007. That those were the Heisman winners. I think that was a nice piece to this article, because I think it put in perspective how tough it is for Bryce Love to win. And I really want the best for the Stanford kid. Stanford always has the best running backs, and they even were touching on this in videos. Louisville's not known for quarterbacks. Running backs are known for in Stanford, and quarterbacks from Oklahoma, because you have guys like Sam Bradford who won in 2008. And I think this article and his uses, the ESPN news service people, their use of common knowledge and applying it to each record, each player, it steers you towards Baker Mayfield, and I feel they could have really avoided that. I think they went too deep into Baker Mayfield, and they could have compared him to the other players, being Bryce Love and Lamar Jackson in this case. You also have other ones, the running back from Wisconsin, you have Saquon Barkley and all that, but I think they could have really compared and contrasted the styles and compared them to NFL talents. I think that would have really made a nice finish to the article. But that's it for me, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.